They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A first carry now for Alex Collins. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing here, Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And 1.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Shift.
Here's Justin Jackson, 2nd-year man out of Northwestern. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Here's a first down run with Collins. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Great job, Steve. Great job.
Brings up 3rd and
180. Get in the weight room.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 9-yard line.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
A gain of 15.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Green 18. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Packers 7, Bears nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Collins. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, 18.
Now a give to Collins. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Hey, check. Mike 50.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. That's caught by Jackson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Trubisky to throw again, and it's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Switch.
On first down, Collins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Situation. Let's go.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 13 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. Now Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
258. 44. We got.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That sack by Khalil Mack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
At the 12-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
Trubisky will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Check 24. Check 24.
On first down, it's Collins. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, what's the ball? Kill. Undercrush. Mike 50.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Check back. Tight left. 3 down.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. His throw incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Now this, of course, the 100th season of NFL football, and 17 matchups with historical significance have been picked throughout the season. And this is the first of them, Bears and Packers, the NFL's oldest rivalry dating way back to 1921, with the Packers having the all-time edge 96, 94, and 6 ties. 2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Mike's 50, Mike's 50! Who that?
On third down, Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up fourth down.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Get ready! Get ready! Get ready!
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. On second down, Williams. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Mike, I got one, I got one.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And Graham's got it, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. To throw is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
26. 44, Mike, 44. Hey, I'm coming.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. And the big fella. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 31-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run with a fullback now. This is Dan Vitale. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers, operating from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Rodgers to throw again. Open man is QT, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. On first down, it's Jones, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, a strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they try the sweep to Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go, baby. Back one. Against the mic. Book against the mic. Don't let it breathe. Don't let it breathe. Bravo.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, he shifts past him. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Go close the mic. Mike.
Play action. It's Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Mike's 15.
Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put some in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing is Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 81 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
88, 88, 88. Jump out.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Mike up. 180. Let's go. Tight end left, tight end left. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And out across midfield down to the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Check, 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 check.
They run on first down with Jackson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
Watch tight end. Hey, 18. Got 4 down.
From the 41, Trubisky into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Let's go, Easy. Check 99. Check 3.
61, matchbox lights.
Tighten up.
Here, Mike. Hey,
They begin the drive with Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers got an open man. It's QT. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 42-yard line.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you 10-30. Right over there. Yeah. Mike,
From the gun, Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the toss to Jones, running right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
At the 36-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They go back to the ground with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll run it here with a fullback, Vitale. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. Now the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
You got three.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got Burton here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Alert. March 50.
Trubisky to throw again. And he's got Miller. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. And he fires one incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got his man, that's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson, 32 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
319. I got you, punk.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get ready.
Again, it's Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Running right, Jones. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up a lot. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. In for the score. As his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So a late score here to give them the lead, and this one is going down to the wire.
And it has the whole place buzzing, doesn't it? You can feel it start to ratchet up. Anytime there's a score late in the game, especially one that puts a team in the lead, creates an exciting finish.
Now it's Trubisky. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. He'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Come on. Slam.
On 1st down, Jones looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Hey, 88, 58, Mike.
Back to throw. And he finds Jimmy Graham. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end, Graham. Packer 1st down.
And a Packer 1st down.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Bears, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Day.